Good afternoon, people. I pray that all is well with you on today. I just want to share a brief message. I was thinking, why should you be disciplined? Why? I know that on this journey for me, sometimes it's been difficult to be disciplined, especially being that I'm changing a lot of things in my life right now. And this is also relating to the message that I did earlier about the paradigm shift. Well, I should say, honestly, that the Holy Spirit is changing a lot of things in my life right now. And because I have decided to be obedient to His will and not my flesh, I am being successful. So why would anybody be disciplined? Well, in order for you to create any type of success in anything that you do, there's going to need to be a certain level, a high level of discipline. First, when with that discipline does, it creates consistency. When you don't give in to your flesh, when you don't give in to your feelings and your emotions, and you're consistent about what you're doing, you're creating the pathway to discipline and success. So consistency is a key factor. Knowing that you're in control over your flesh is another key factor. And I'll use myself as an example. So being on this weight loss journey, working out has never been a problem for me. I loved being active, and since I lost a lot of weight maybe 2 years ago, I became way more active. But what was my hindrance was food. I used to love candy, sweets, and all those things. And in recent months, really recently, the Lord revealed to me that I need to have those things out of my diet completely. But it's been a little bit difficult, to be quite honest with you. But I'm finally at the point where I'm saying, okay, I'm going to listen. Through me listening and being consistent creates that discipline. Sometimes my body will still crave certain things, certain sugars. Sometimes I will still want a soda. But I realize that I can have enjoyment for a couple of moments now, or I can prolong my life. What would you do? Would you like to have a sugary soda now? Or would you like to live longer so that you can be here for your children and your family? That's the question that I ask myself when I go to the refrigerator. So recently, the Lord had me throw out a lot of stuff that I had in my refrigerator. I mean, I almost threw out everything that was in there, honestly. And all I have now is fruits and vegetables. I don't even have any meat because I'm going on a journey, and I guess I'll talk about that later. But I just wanted to say to you on today that it's so important to be disciplined. If you're going to be successful at anything that you attempt in this life that you try, you must first have a level of discipline. And you must do it on days, the things that you are trying to achieve on days that you don't feel like doing them. Just like with the Lord, how can with Yeshua HaMashiach, how can we have a blessed and peaceful and a genuine relationship with Him if we're not consistent? If we're not consistent, and not just being consistent with reading the Word, but being consistent with discovering who He truly is. Because a lot of us, we go based on what people have told us He is. What historians have said. But we know that if we have a relationship with Him, that He will reveal Himself in a way that's way more in depth than any word that we can read. But do you want that kind of relationship? I'm just coming before you today to let you know that you have control over your flesh. So be consistent and be diligent about the things that you are doing. Be consistent and be diligent. We need these things so that we can create the proper discipline. You know, we have to be disciplined to do the things He's called us to do. And once we have that certain level of discipline, the paradigm shift that I spoke about in my 2 previous videos will come to pass. See, we have to be at a level where we're completely open to living our life solely for Yeshua HaMashiach. Solely for Him. And once we're at that level, our mind is open to everything that He wants to reveal to us. But if we're not completely open, if we're doing things half-heartedly, we're not going to get everything that we need. So I want you to understand that it's super important that you be disciplined, because He's calling you to live the life that He has intended for you to live. One that you did not anticipate, or one that you could not expect. But because you decided to be obedient and disciplined, because you were open to the truth, the real truth, you were able to live beyond what you could ever imagine. Many blessings, brothers and sisters. Have a blessed and beautiful Saturday. Take care.